Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to That One Awkward Guy. Today we're going to be continuing our series in Hearts of Iron 4 as the United States with the Millennium Dawn Modern Day mod. In the last episode, we continued our recovery from a little Civil War incident where just deleted everything. I did get a message of them confirming to me, I think it was the mod author confirming to me that it wasn't a mod issue. I didn't think it was. It didn't seem like, I'm thinking, how could that happen? It doesn't seem like something the mods would do. So he said that it was a bug that Paradox left before they went on holiday, and it was just something I guess they didn't notice or didn't have time to fix or something, and that they'll, I assume, fix it once they get back. But yeah, I just want to put that out there. So it is not the mod's fault. I didn't think it was, and hopefully that the Paradox will fix it soon. Other than that, I remember I left off last time asking you guys, should I go, which way should I go? And you guys kind of just said, like, go this way or that way, so I still don't know the difference in statistics. So I still don't want to really make a decision on that, because I don't want to do something I'm going to regret later, so I might just fool around with that a little bit on my own time and try to figure out the difference between them. But I probably won't be able to do that for a few episodes, because I am batch recording as many of these as I can over the next few days, so let me move the mic here, to cover the next few days, so I'm not sure when I will have time to figure that out. So for the meantime, we're just going to be sticking with whatever happens, I guess. I mean, I guess that means it's pretty much going to be between the Democrats and the Republicans for the next little bit, but once I figure out the difference, we can go potentially to another party. Let's go ahead and get Chief of the Army. Probably going to do Army offense as always. Yeah, Army offense. There we go. Oh wow, we have two. Or I was saving Diplo points. Shoot. My bad. We were saving, but what were we saving them for? Oh, I can't remember what I was saving them for. I have no clue. I'm trying to remember. Don't know. Well, we'll figure it out soon, I'm sure. Right. It was for something here, I want to say. Or was it? I'm really not sure. I don't know. It's been about a day or 2 days since I've been able to record anything, so I really don't remember exactly what I was doing last episode. So we're just going to have to, I guess, wait and try to figure out what I was doing, but for the meantime, we'll just wait. I remember I did get another comment that I found interesting. They said, because I'm the faction leader, I can't leave the faction, or I won't be able to do that. So that is true. That is true. I cannot just leave the faction. So I was thinking of ways to overcome that. Best way I can think of is if we create another civil war, but before they have a chance to get rid of all of their... I mean, there's no easy way around that. That's the problem. We'd have to create a civil war and then lose. But the AI would just delete all of its troops, so we'd have to play as the civil war, but that means we can't make sure we lose. So we'd have to basically disband... Oops, oh wow, it just rammed into my desk with my chair. We basically have to disband our entire army. Yeah, that's the only way I can think of around it. If any of you guys have any other ideas, let me know. That's what I'm thinking right now as our option. Let's do some of this industry stuff. It's almost 2008. And grab that as well. And there we go. Yeah, I can't think of any other way around it. Yeah. We should also probably be building more troops, but we still need to deal with this problem. We have so much that we need for upgrades for everything. At least we're finally getting on track with planes, though, because we're building tons and tons of factories. Yeah, it's really just waiting. That's all I can really think that we're doing. U.S. Air Force, very good. Oops. I'm thinking possibly after these two series, this and the Australia one, I might take a bit of a break from Hearts of Iron 4 because, if I'm being honest, I'm getting bored. I'm getting really, really bored. It's nothing against the game. Like, it's a good game. It's a fun game, but I've just been playing it so much that I'm just it's kind of like I need to step back. I mean, it's kind of like that for me for Mountain Blade sometimes. Sometimes I'll just get onto it and I'll be playing just constantly for a solid 2-3 weeks, and I can't wait to just get back and just play. And then after a good 2-3 weeks, it's just I'm kind of done with it for a little while. So I feel like kind of coming on with Hearts of Iron 4. So I don't want to cancel it entirely because I know the majority of my viewer base is here for Hearts of Iron. So what I think I might do, what I'm thinking I might do is if I, cause of Gains Independence. I read this already in the Australia series, which I just recorded because I'm batch recording videos, so I'll just let you guys read that. There you go. I'm not going to read it out loud myself, but what I might do is keep maybe one Hearts of Iron 4 series going on. Maybe I could do another one on Supreme Ruler. I don't know, most of you guys probably weren't around back when I did that, but those were always fun. I had one British series where I just went nuts, and I kind of did D-Day by myself. Because Germany caused the Soviet Union to capitulate, so I was alone. So I did D-Day by myself, because I don't think America ever ended up joining in. Or they did, but they didn't really send a lot of troops. So I did D-Day all by myself after fighting Japan all by myself. Because they were taking over India, which was a colony, so they didn't really have a lot of troops. So I took control of the colony once I realized there was just no chance they had to stop them, and I built a ton of factories, and I just started pumping out units. And they were building their units, but they were building them a lot further away, so I was building them right in India, and I was constantly sending in all the reinforcements. I was able to push them back, and eventually I did win. And take over all of Japan, and then from there I transferred a lot of those units to Britain, where I had a massive air force. My entire fleet was gone because I had them in some ports not necessarily near London. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember all the city or the port it was docked in, but I guess kind of southwest of London-ish. There was some ports there that I had basically all that was left of my fleet after trying to get my troops out of France. And they just didn't stay in the ports. They just wouldn't do it. I told them a million times, stay in the ports because I don't have the planes and the reinforcements to protect you right now. But they just didn't want to listen. They didn't like that idea. They wanted to be free. They wanted to go out and go to a different port. So they did. I couldn't stop them. And the entire British Navy was sunk by the Germans because they got control of the entire French Navy. So all you just see is my entire fleet being destroyed. I had maybe 10 ships left that I had docked in Northern Ireland and Scotland that weren't destroyed. I had no navy. So when the enemy would be sending troops or the odd destroyer or battleship, you would just see this insane force of bombers. Crazy bomber army. Fleet, or bomber wing, I don't know what you'd want to call it. Just coming out, and I would just bomb all of their ships with just the entire British Air Force, because that was the one advantage I had in Europe. I didn't have numbers in terms of ground, I didn't have the ships, but I had the planes. I couldn't get too close to the mainland, because they had a lot of planes too, but damn, I fought hard. I sent a lot of my planes, and I lost a lot of planes too, but I was just fighting so hard to keep their ships away, because I knew if they took any portion of mainland Britain and they were able to get a beachhead, it was over. I just didn't have what I needed to push them out, because they had a lot of troops too. That's the other thing. So my main fight was just focused on preventing them from getting their ships close enough to find a beachhead, because I had a decent amount of troops, but if they were able to get their tanks there, which was they had a lot of tanks, I just wouldn't be able to stop them. There would be no way to stop them, so that's my focus the whole time. And I was fighting in Africa, I did a landing there. I kept trying to send troops, but they keep getting intercepted. And I finally got this small amount of troops to secure a small beachhead, and I took a city or two with those forces, and I started building troops in Africa, because I'm thinking, you want to stop me from sending troops from Britain to Africa? Fine. I'll just build the factories in Africa. So I just built massive amounts of factories inside of Africa like I did in India, and I started producing the troops inside of Africa because I couldn't get them from Britain there. So at that point, it was just you can stop any troops you want, but you can't stop them if they're being built on the actual mainland, on the beachhead. And I just produced enough troops that I was able to secure a decent amount of territory in Africa. And then I just sent my entire army and made one massive landing across. It wasn't even one spot in France. I think it was the entire coastline, if I remember correctly, because I just had so many troops by the end of it. And that was a good time. So I wouldn't mind going back to Supreme Ruler for a series. Other than that, I used to do a lot of Wargame, but I don't know. What I find with Wargame, the AI, for me personally, because I'm not really a competitive player on Wargame, the problem that I typically tend to have with it is the AI, even on the hardest difficulty, is brutally easy for me. They just throw their troops at you. They'll send all of their infantry completely unguarded down a road, and I do that if I know there's no chance the enemy will attack me. But the AI doesn't take that into account, so I just have a couple tanks and I just destroyed all of their infantry. And then you send a couple planes and you finish off any troops that survived. Or they'll just retreat them. And it's just so easy, but if I play against players, it's too hard. And I'm not competitive enough to really be practicing and get to a point where I could beat those players. So, I find with Wargame, it's either going to just watch me lose episode after episode, or watch me easily win episode after episode. So that's kind of where my problem is with Wargame. I like the game, but I don't know how fun it would really be for you guys to watch. So what else have I done? I used to do a lot of Total War, but Total War is just such a crowded market for YouTube. I mean, what YouTuber that does strategy games at some point hasn't made a Total War video? It's just so many out there, and there's really nothing that I can do with Total War that's really unique from anyone else, so I'd say that's a kind of live stream game. I know one thing that I used to do a while ago. I don't think I ever actually put it up onto the channel. Yeah, I don't think it was ever really up on the channel. I know I'm on a guy I used to record with. He doesn't upload on the channel. Let's say he uploads on a new channel now, but Red Dagger, that was the name. We used to do a lot of PlanetSide together, and then I got locked out of my account somehow. I didn't get locked out, but I just couldn't remember the password. And yeah, and then I eventually, and I'm just saying, I could reset it, but I kind of got bored of the game at that point. And then I got back into it a little while ago, because I just reset my password, and I'm saying, okay, let's just do it. Let's just play. Is there anything else? I guess I could get... No, it's 2008. I could get this. So yeah, I reset the password, and I started playing again, but I never really got back into it, because it's the kind of thing where if you're not playing with friends, you're not really doing anything, but... Yeah, I might set that up. Maybe I could play with them again, because I know he's recording over on... He's got a couple other friends he's recording with on it. Media Storm Gamers. No, is that it? I'm trying to remember. I'm really bad with remembering names. Is that... I think it's Media Storm Gamers. Let me check in a second, because I don't want to get that wrong. What? Oh, yeah, you need to be upgraded. Where's something I could search with? Here we go. But yeah, I could maybe set something up with him and do some PlanetSide. I don't know. Again, that's another game that I think I'd either do a live stream for, or like a funny moments kind of clip. I've never done a funny moments on YouTube before. Oh, what's going on? Oh yeah, if that's what we were saving for. We started a coup. Oh wow, so they actually took a decent amount of land. And they have a decent army. It's not half bad. That's not half bad. And they took a lot of land. Wow. Took a lot of factories. Now let me see. Did I get the right name? I want to make sure. Was it Media? No, Media Storm Gamers was his old channel, I think. I think his new one is... Why can't I remember it? Shadow Knights. Let's see. I've started this now. I feel like I need to find it. Oh, here it is. Yes, Shadow Knights. So I don't know. They do a lot of Overwatch stuff. I think some StarCraft, that kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, go check them out. They're kind of channel that I always look at. I'm like, they upload more consistent content than I do. And I've been meaning, I keep forgetting, I think after this, I'm probably going to message him, because I wanted to do a video with him for a while, because it's been a while. But they upload content that's way more consistent than I do, but they just don't get a lot of views, because it's kind of tough with small YouTubers, right? I caught a break, because I recorded Millennium, or not Millennium, Modern Day Mod for Hearts of Iron 3, and that just jump-started me. I went from 50 subscribers to like 400 in a couple weeks. And I caught that break, but it's so rare to catch that, and I guess he just couldn't find that thing, and he's doing a lot better now with his new channel. But yeah, they upload way more consistent content than I do, so if you guys are interested in that, go check them out. But I don't know, I'd like to do, these are not mutually exclusive. I'd like to do a PlanetSide live stream, I think, with him. That could be interesting, because I feel like PlanetSide would do decently on this channel, even if we do a community event. Because it's free. It's a little performance heavy. Like, if you don't have a great computer, it could kind of lag a bit. But it's the kind of game that I'd really like to do a live stream for, maybe a community event. And it's great if you can do community events with other channels. So that could be interesting. I also have some friends I might do PlanetSide with. Because like I said, it's a free game. Because there's friends I'd want to do games with, but not many of them are into Hearts of Iron 4. Or I have the few friends that they love Paradox, but they're like, no, I will not play Hearts of Iron 3 or Hearts of Iron 4. I have one friend, he played Hearts of Iron 3, and he didn't like the micromanaging portion of it, which I get. A lot of people don't like all the micromanaging. I don't think it's necessarily that they can't do it, because I know they can do it. But I think it's just, you either like to micromanage things, or you don't. It's either you like the ability to manage everything or you just hate it. So, yeah. But they'll say no Hearts of Iron, but they play Crusader Kings, which I don't play, or they'll play Europa, which I have like 20 hours in, or they'll play Victoria 2, which I really want to do multiplayer, but I can't get it to work. I can get single player to work fine, but not multiplayer. And I would love to do Victoria 2 multiplayer. That would be so fun. I remember just the few times I've been able to get it to work. Who's more popular? I'll just choose them. 34%. So in this case, the Republicans are the most popular, so I guess the Conservatives won. I'll just go by what it says here, 34%. But yeah, that's something I'd like to do. And because the few times I've gotten multiplayer to work, it is so fun on Victoria 2, because I find the one thing that's different between that and games like Hearts of Iron 4 is you work together in Hearts of Iron 4 because you know you want to win at the end, and once you win that big war, there's no real playing after that. Oh, yeah, China won. I probably should have sent troops, but it wouldn't have made a difference, so just wanted to disrupt things, get world tension up a little bit. We still need to get it up higher so we can declare war, though. Could try one in Russia now. Let's do it. Boost the Conservatives this time. What was I saying? Yeah, so in Hearts of Iron 4 or Hearts of Iron 3, you're both trying to win because you know, maybe not as much in Hearts of Iron 3, but in Hearts of Iron 4, you know once you finish that one big war, what territory you get, it doesn't matter because you're not, what are you going to do after that? Or if you're going to fight each other, then you're going to give each other equal ground so it's not boring. And if there's another power, then you're going to do the same thing, but I find after you fight that big war, there's not that competitiveness because you end the game after that. But with Victoria 2, there's not one big war that just ends the game. So you're kind of always, while you're fighting other countries, you're also kind of competing with your friend that you're playing with because you just want to get that extra little bit of land, you know, whatever resource happens to be really valuable at that point in the game that they want as well. And there's that side bit of competitiveness that just makes it really, really fun for me. Because they're just always trying to just get a little bit better of a deal than they are. Just get that one extra territory, that little bit extra resources or population. And that's why I really want to do Victoria 2 multiplayer, but I just can't get it to work. can't get it to work. And actually, I've recorded an episode in the Sweden series for a long time. I probably should do that at some point. But yeah, if I could get it working, I'd definitely be up for doing a series on Victoria 2 multiplayer. I do, like I said, either live streams with the person I mentioned over a little earlier from Shadow Knights. I might do a live stream of PlanetSide 2, or I might just get a couple people, or just, I don't know, whatever amount of people, and try to play for a couple hours and just do kind of compilation of funny moments things. Because I've never done that on the channel, but I know when I play PlanetSide 2, you can get into some really funny moments. If you know where the action is, you can get into some funny moments. So that could be something a little different on the channel. But the thing I like about PlanetSide, if you're playing with other people, it still has that tactical feeling to it, because you still have to plan out your attacks, especially when you're playing in bigger groups. And if you get into some of the really competitive squadrons or platoons, they're actually organizing attacks and actually organizing your unit, because, you know, there's that element of competitiveness in the game. So it could be interesting to try to do something like that. What else? What else could I play besides Hearts of Iron 4? This whole episode is just me clicking random things and talking, because there's really nothing else to do besides wait for world tension to go up. I started actually the coup, right? Yeah. Cancel staging. What else could I play? I used to play some Sins. I'd be up to do another Sins of the Solar Empire campaign. One thing that I really wanted to try was Armada 3, because I played a little bit of it, and that's a really fun mod. I know I do have a little bit of Sins of the Solar Empire on my channel now, but I never finished the series. It was Sins of the Prophets mod, it was called, I think. Basically a Halo mod, and that was fun. Never finished it, because I kind of recorded, I think it was 5 episodes, and then I just stopped recording, because it was in that phase of YouTube where I had 30, 40, 50-ish subscribers, and it's not like they watched every video. It wasn't that kind of thing. It was just like they're subbed. Some of them watched some videos, some of them watched others, that kind of thing. I didn't really have a community at that point like I do now, so I wasn't really serious about getting at least 3 or 4 videos out a week at the very least. And at that point, since I wasn't very serious with it, I just kind of took a month where I put like nothing out. And I think it was a month. Was it? I don't know. I really don't know. It's been so long ago now. And I just never ended up finishing the series. So, I don't know. I could do some Sins of the Solar Empire. That could be fun. And if you guys have suggestions, feel free to let me know. Because that's the other thing. As much as I love Hearts of Iron 4, I want to try to branch out, because eventually people are going to get bored of Hearts of Iron 4. Eventually. It happens with every game. No matter how good. Well, I mean, there's those games that are just always classic. But eventually there's going to be a new game, and whether it's a game I have or not, everybody's going to kind of migrate away from Hearts of Iron 4. It happened, I noticed that's what happened with Hearts of Iron 3. Once Hearts of Iron 4 came out, Hearts of Iron 3 videos aren't going to be as popular. I should also probably start doing this. Let's just go from left to right, I think. So I guess I should start with this, International Diplomacy. And, once the next Paradox game comes out, whatever it will be, Hearts of Iron 4 videos probably won't be that popular. Or they'll still have a following, but, either people have had the game themselves, they've seen enough series, they've seen enough videos that they're just looking for something new. So I want to try to expand what this channel does outside of just Hearts of Iron, and outside of even just Paradox. Well, I always want to do Paradox because it's what made my channel popular. I do want to expand out into other things. So if you guys have suggestions, and I want to keep a mix. I'd like to really keep with the strategy, because that's my favorite genre, strategy games. There's certain genres that I wouldn't necessarily go in. FPS is one, PlanetSide 2 being an exception, because you have that more tactical element to it, and it's free, and I know people can play it, and it's a good thing for community, and you have a really tactical bit to it. But games like Call of Duty, no. I'll play them, but they're really competitive on YouTube, and the other thing, when I play Call of Duty, I'm not the player that's, screaming and making jokes the whole time. I just get deadly quiet. I will just sit there like this. That quiet. I will not say a word. Just I get really focused, and I imagine dead air would not be that entertaining to listen to. I know I wouldn't really enjoy listening to somebody just sit quietly playing an FPS game. What else can we get here? Just before, so I actually pay attention to what I'm doing here. We could get one of these, I guess. So yeah, most FPS games I wouldn't really play. What else? Well, I don't know, I've never really been in RPGs either, but I'd be more willing, I think, to do an RPG. I don't know. I could start up the Mountain Blade series again. That's something I could do. Because that was a decent mix. That had a lot of kind of mix of stuff. You had a nice leveling up system where you'd level up your character and, you know, you'd be saving up equipment and such. But you also had the kind of tactical, we'll start with Asia, tactical element where you'd be commanding this big army, and then you kind of had the more FPS element, which was you actually being on the battlefield and fighting, along with a more strategic element, which was managing your relations and, with other characters and managing your kingdom, or if you're playing a mod, your country, whatever. So it had a really nice kind of tactical, strategic FPS RPG mix to it, but that's another game I wouldn't mind doing another series on. I know there's one, what is it called? Medieval Kingdoms, I think, and it brings it into kind of the medieval era. That could be a fun one to do, because it's nice. It has all of Europe, and I think North Africa and Turkey. And it has about, I think that's all it has. I don't know, it's been a while since I played it, but that could be a really fun mod to do a series on. Oh, my chair is squeaking again. Go away from the desk chair. Modern, yes. What did I get? It's almost 2010, but not quite yet. Alright, let's keep going down naval doctrines, I think. What else? I'm just going through all the games I can think of. And I wanted new factories, but what did I want them for? Because I've finished producing most of these factories now. Oh, we need rubber as well. Did I want them for tanks? Did I want them for mechanized? I'm trying to remember. Or do we just have a ton because infantry equipment is gone again? I did not cancel. The same thing happened in the Australia series. The same thing happened. What? I didn't click anything. I know I didn't. I don't know what happened there. Huh. Well, you know, I wrote it down last time. I'm going to write it down this time. What did I write it down on last time? Just so I know. Okay, last time it was at 11 minutes. This time I'll just write 27. I don't even remember what episode it happened on last time, so probably just going to skip it and forget. Go back in paper and forget about it. But yeah, I don't know what happened. If you guys can let me know, that would be great. And we are building nuclear bombs now, I guess, because we're building these. Interesting. So we do actually need just a little bit of rubber. We'll just make 3, boost them up to the top. They won't take that long. And then we'll go right back here. Where did more of our civilian factories go? We're not trading, are we? No, because we had 3 full ones pretty much, didn't we? Well, we can just build a couple more. I'll just spread them out along here. And throw them up. And we'll just put the rubber after them, or before them. Oops, no. Go. Everything's happening. And there we go, one's finished. Perfect. National focus, so go with China or go to Japan. Oh, we cannot afford to lose 10 national unity. It's just not something we can afford, I'm afraid. Let me just deal with research really quick. Yeah, let's just deal with that, And you, my friend, it is almost 2010, but still not quite yet. Can I get you to get us some planes, please? Yeah, we just can't afford to take that national unity hit right now. Yeah, and just in terms of stats, I mean, none of this is really going to lead to any alliances, I don't think. So we just can't afford to take 10% national unity. That puts us at 5%. If somebody's starting a civil war and a civil war starts, we're done. We could very much... I mean, we kind of want a civil war to start, but I want it to happen when I choose it happens, not just randomly out of nowhere. Yeah, I guess we'll keep working on that. There we go. Anyway, though, guys, we are at 30 minutes. Since I am batch recording this, I'm probably going to be having the exact same conversation in the next episode, just to let you guys know why it almost seems like a continuation about what games I want to consider playing in the future. Damn, Canada! Your army is terrifying. It's getting bigger than mine. Oh, man. But, yes, in the next episode, it's going to probably feel like a continuation of this one in terms of just thinking of new games to play. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. So if you did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.